Hello, welcome to part number 3. I'm Mike Curry. It's September 2015. I'm doing a car drag tour here in Halifax. We're at the Enterprise Rent-A-Car location, which in its past life, it used to be a BMW facility, which when I show you the next, the new BMW store, you can see how things have changed with BMW. But rental cars are another important part of the car business. Not only do rental car companies purchase a lot of vehicles, they also, of course, sell them after they use them as rentals back to the dealerships, which are important for the used car business. And then they also, when people have broken down cars or cars in accidents, that sort of thing, they need to use rental cars. So they're an important piece of the car business. So you'll notice there's several rental car places along this drag. And so we're going to go up the road here. So that was Enterprise Rent-A-Car. It's another sort of small store in here that does a lot of import repair. I see a lot of sort of race cars in that, and that's Halifax Autosports. Can't really get in back of it to take a good look where it's closed today. So, but they're kind of a neat little store. They're a specialty store. A lot of Japanese and some like Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, that type of stuff. They do a lot of repairs on those type of vehicles. So we're gonna move along from them. And going up across the way here, another brand that's been expanding really quickly actually, and expanded their product line, is Porsche. And you wouldn't think that Porsche would be big market, but they're really kind of getting there. They've come out with a smaller SUV, the Macan, plus they have the Cayman. So you can see they have and Cayenne, bigger SUV. They have the 911. They have the Boxer. They have the Panamera. So they have a lot of different products. So they offer a real big line of products. So they really have stepped up their game in both Canada and the United States, and really have come out with some interesting product offerings. And it's sort of an iconic brand when you think of sports car. So they've built some big showrooms. This one here is not super large, but for our area around here, I would say it's a pretty good size showroom. There's been a couple of Porsche dealers over time, one of which, Carriage Lane. There was an old Porsche dealer in a couple locations. One was, now it's called the Hawthorne Business Center on the Bedford Highway. And another one is, right now, it's like Jim's, it's Jim's Seafood House on the Bedford Highway. It used to be a small Porsche dealer. So another interesting thing you'll see even right here, and as we saw at the Ford dealership. But if we take a look here, check this out. They have a electric charging station. So that's kind of an interesting thing to see at a Porsche dealer, because they're going. Everyone's working on electric technology. It's just the question is, how can they make the shift? Just we're kind of in a time where we're still addicted to gasoline vehicles, because the infrastructure is already in place everywhere. So next is Volvo and Jag and Land Rover. They're pretty small market here, but interestingly enough, because the luxury car market is growing in Canada, we've seen some growth as far as the Land Rover and the Jaguar. So it's kind of interesting. They have some new models out. They brought back the Discovery. You can see these ones in front of me, the Evoque. So it's, So, and you know, I don't know if that's considered a deal or not, but for a luxury car right now, $41,490 priced from. Now it's plus freight and PDI and all that sort of stuff, but that type of pricing for Jaguar Land Rover is actually pretty decent. So it's not the $89.95 we saw advertised on the Accent down at the Hyundai dealer, but it's pretty darn good for a high-end car. So let's take a drive through there. They have a little bit of a compound on the other side of the road, and it's got some, pretty much where they store all their new Jaguar, Land Rovers, Volvos, getting them ready for delivery. So I'm just gonna take a sweep around that line up here so you can kind of get a feel for what's out there. Lots of Volvos. Volvo's kind of, you don't see much of Volvo. Volvo kind of strayed from their sort of boxy, boring roots to, which were sort of iconic, to, they wanted to get into more advanced cars, and I'm not so sure that was the right path for them, but of course that's just my opinion. And of course I love the old school Volvos 2 Series, so I guess I'm just kind of an old soul when it comes to that end of it. So I'm just gonna drive through. They have like a little breezeway between the Jag and the Land Rover and Volvo showrooms. And we're gonna take a drive out back here. And what we're gonna do is, another brand that's been really up and coming is Audi. And they've struggled over the years here in Halifax, and in Canada in general, but now here they are, and they've expanded their product line. And of course, they are a Volkswagen brand, which is why Volkswagen can start to claim some world numbers because of their increases. And Audi here in Halifax just built a huge, brand new, pretty amazing facility. Just gonna see here if we can get a look at the showroom. It's built, they didn't have a lot of space to build it, and you can see how massive the building is, but they did a great job of what they have, and it's a fantastic facility. And that's you know, I mean, no one can argue how interesting this is right here. So we're gonna take a look here. I'm gonna try to take a look, kind of back up, or maybe I'll go across the street here so I can get a sense of the size of this vehicle, of this dealership, because it really is pretty magnificent. And the back side of it is all which you'll see in a minute. So that's what you got here up front here. They don't have a lot of frontage. They built it so it would face Robie Street, which is the busier street. And one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drive down here and kind of give you an idea of what the back side of it looks like, because it's really quite interesting. It's one of the first facilities around with a lot of indoor parking. And I'm gonna go through here and see if we can get a look at the back of it. Get an idea of the grandeur of this building. You can see it's several levels. So that's the back side of the Audi facility, and this is their premier, or their high-end luxury used car lot in the back section of the dealership here. Just gonna take a drive through here. Got a lot of used Volvos along here. Some new ones as well mixed in. The cross countries are kind of a neat rig. Looks like they have a used Subaru up here. Now, across the street, Kia. Kia has been around in Canada since 1999. It's part of the umbrella company that owns Hyundai, also owns Kia. So it's actually quite a large company from a standpoint of a large global company. So I imagine they will be in the car business for a long time here in Canada, but they're still, you know, just sort of in sort of growth mode right now. So this building that they're in here is repurposed. It used to be Saturn Saab Isuzu, and then the Isuzu went by the wayside, and then it became Saturn Saab, and so they're in that facility right now. So they're making some good products. They have a good warranty. They I think they compete head to head a lot with Hyundai, which has a little bit more brand recognition, and it is the same company, so it is a little, it makes their competitive position a little bit tough, but I think they're doing a good job, and they are on the rise. And as the car market grows, I think there's a place for them, and they've got a pretty strong foothold now from where they came from, where they had a bit of a not so great reputation to where they are now. And if we go along here, this is the wholesale direct lot, and that's been very popular with a lot of bigger groups, is that to sell sort of the as-is cars, because there's a lot of people buy cars private sale. So the private sale cars are, generally speaking, the cars that people are just taking to car lots and trading in. So rather than those cars coming in on trade and then going to another small car lot, why not sell the cars themselves, is the theory behind this. And that's what's grown some of these wholesale direct lots. And so you'll see them creeping up pretty much all over the place now. And you'll see, this is quite a large one here for Halifax. And just take a drive through here. So the cars are sold as is, whereas the MBI stickers get removed. And the great thing about that is they're actually a really good way for people, if you're willing to go, and it appeals to a certain market, so it appeals to the private sale buyer, and you're willing to go and take the car and get it checked out, and then go and make your own decision based on what you find out. So that's kind of what you have to do. So if you're the type that's willing to roll up your sleeves and go and take the car to get it checked out, which many people are, because many people buy cars private sale, it's a great way to get a deal on a car. So you can see that. So we're going to cruise on through here, and across the way from here is another budget in Avis dealership. So we're going to go up here. I think what we'll do is we're going to conclude our tour right here at the BMW facility. So I hope you check out the next part. Thank you.